Good afternoon. Good afternoon. It is a pleasure to have you all at this 15th edition of the Mediterranean Week. Hello, good afternoon. It is a pleasure to have you all at this 15th edition of the Mediterranean Week of Economic Leaders. In ASCAME, we are committed to the Mediterranean talent, and in this way, we have been supporting, along these years, many initiatives and projects on this dimension. All different stakeholders should come together to foster and promote this talent, especially the one within the walls of universities and research centers, with the goal of creating employment opportunities and reinforcing the entrepreneurial ecosystem. INTECMED is a project funded by the European Commission and under the ENI CBC MED program. Its goal is to provide innovators from both shores of the Mediterranean with the appropriate tools and companionship to develop their business ideas and bring them to the market. Just to name some of the tools that we have prepared in this project, we will be awarding around 100,000 euros on free equity grants. And we have also developed a platform to connect investors with entrepreneurs. Today, I have the great pleasure to share this panel with my fellow colleagues from this project, and we will go over all the open opportunities that we have for all of you. So now we will jump just straight to the topic. We will have a project overview from the project manager, the leader of this the project, Kostas Yotopoulos, which is the project manager at the Chamber of Commerce of Achaia in Greece, and he's also a professor at the University of Patras. Kostas, the floor is yours.
Okay, thank you very much, Diana. Let me begin by saying a big thanks to all the people of ASCAME and to the organization committee of MEDA Week for this invitation. It is really a great pleasure, not only of the lead beneficiary of the Chamber of Achaia, but I believe of all partners, that we are lucky to share what we are doing with the entire Mediterranean, and especially the support that we envisage to bring to the talents, as you mentioned before. So let me share my screen, okay, and to share my PowerPoint. Okay, this is the correct one. I don't know, do you see my screen?
Yes,
okay.
Kostas.
Okay, thank you very much. So I would like to begin by giving a general overview of the project INTECMED. The title of INTECMED is Incubators for Innovation and Technology Transfer in the Mediterranean. And I would like to share with all of you what we are doing. Let me begin with sharing some basic facts of the project identity, which is a project supported by the ENI CBC MED program, a very important program supporting both shores of the Mediterranean. The lead beneficiary of the project is the Chamber of Achaia, and we have also several partners, 5 from 2 countries of European Union, from Greece and Spain, and also we have 4 partners from Mediterranean partner countries, and more specifically from Tunisia and Egypt. The duration of our project is 30 months. We started this trip on the 1st of September 2020, and it's supposed to end at the end of February 2023. And the thematic objective is the support of education, research and technological development and innovation. It is a project related with the priority to support the technological transfer and commercialization of research results. It is a strategic project of the ENI CBC MED program with a budget of more than 3.6 million euros. Out of the 3.3 million euros is the ENI contribution. Now, the partnership of these projects constitutes of several partners from different countries, and more specifically from Greece. The lead beneficiary, as I said, is the Chamber of Achaia, And also we have with us the University of Patras representing the research community of the region of Western Greece. From Spain, we have 3 partners. We have the Chamber of Seville as a business support organization with this role in the project. And also we have the organization CTA from Andalusia representing the research community of the region of Andalusia. Also from Spain, we have ASCAME, which is responsible for the communication of the project activities, is the communication manager of the project, and ASCAME has a big role to transfer what we are doing to the entire Mediterranean. And that is the reason for us all being here. Furthermore, from Tunisia, we have 2 important partners, the Chamber of Gabon as a business support organization, and a National Institute for Research, ANPR, representing the research community of the country. And also from Egypt, we have CEBA, the Confederation of European Egyptian Business Associations, representing the business community of Egypt, and also SECEM, and a research organization representing the research community. Furthermore, we have also with us an associated partner, which is the Alexandria Chamber of Commerce. The challenge, the main challenge that we are, all of us collaborate and we envisage to solve is, despite the fact that we have heterogeneity in the regions that we participate in terms of innovation capacities and policies, we all have a common challenge. The common challenge is to try and support different actors working with innovation at local levels to overcome the obstacles that they are facing and try to support them and to coordinate their actions and to find synergies. This is a very big challenge, and that is something that we try to solve in this project. So our vision is to develop an integrated Mediterranean ecosystem that will support the technological transfer, a very important priority for the European Union, but also for the entire Mediterranean, and also to support with initiatives aiming to increase commercialization opportunities of research results, something really important for the research community, and try also to enhance the innovation capacity of our regions with strengthening the synergies between the research community, the industry, the private sectors, but also citizens. Furthermore, we aim to facilitate the economic viability and sustainability of spin-off enterprises. We aim to do this by supporting their extroversion in all participating countries with the organization and participation of all these spin-off enterprises in technology transfer exhibitions, and to develop an international network of regional innovation facility points, which are going to be support structures for the operation of our project. The target groups of the project are mainly representatives of the quadruple helix actors. So we are targeting organizations that belong to the science and research in the Mediterranean country, young innovators, researchers, small and medium enterprises producing innovation or with problems aiming to receive innovation in their organization, institutions like business support organizations or innovation support organizations, representatives of citizenship, and last but not least, potential investors, people with the financial capacity to invest in young innovators and to the research. How we are going to do this, how we are going to support the commercialization of research results, how we are going to facilitate the technological transfer from the research community to the business community. We are going to develop a mechanism, a business-ready innovation mechanism that we are calling BRIM methodology. This methodology constitutes by is based on 2 important pillars. It is based on a process and on the tools that we are going to develop and we are developing right now within our project. More specifically, the tools that we are going to develop and use within the project, and we envisage to transfer it also to other regions, are to establish a regional alliance in each region responsible for innovation transfer. We are developing a platform, an online platform that will bring together researchers and investors. We call it e-Bazaar of innovation. We are going also to have specific points, reference points for these activities. We name them regional innovation facility points in each region. Towards these directions, we are going to publish a call in order to identify innovative ideas, and some of these innovative ideas will take also specific grants in order to support their beginning. In order to do this, we are going to bring together the research community with SMEs and investors through matching events. So we are going to organize events in order to publish the call and to bring together these communities. And of course, in order to support the enhancement and the maturity of the innovative ideas and to facilitate the transformation of an idea to a business concept, we are going to provide a mentorship program towards this direction. And also at the end of the day, at the end of this project, we are going to participate in regional innovation transfer exhibitions. Some of them are going to be organized by us, and also we are going to participate in some other occasions. Now, these tools are organized within an annual process. We name it an annual process of innovation, discovery, and enhancement. We have 2 steps that we are going to develop in 1 year. The first part is to bring together some tools that will facilitate the innovation discovery initiatives and the research results already in place in the regions that we participate. And after the discovery, we are going to provide with other tools the innovation enhancement and facilitation of the commercialization of these research results. So all these tools and practices are organized in an annual process of innovation discovery and enhancement, which begins with an announcement of the call of innovative ideas. This call will be published in the 4 regions in the following days. So please expect in Greece, in Spain, in Tunisia, and in Egypt, the announcement of this call. After that, in each region, we are going to organize the matching events that will help us to bring together research community, SMEs, and try to develop their innovative ideas. And also, we are going to select some of the provided innovative ideas. We are going to select them in order to proceed in the second step, which is the enhancement of the maturity of these business ideas, following a mentorship program with specific tutors that will facilitate the organization and development of mature business plans. Some of these business plans will be selected and will be funded by our projects. So we are going to have some sub-grants towards these directions, and some of these 3 in each country will be able to financially supported by us. Furthermore, in the last period of the project, all these mature business plans will be presented in regional exhibitions, and all of them will come in Patras in the international innovation transfer event that we organize each year called Patras Innovation Quest. In the kernel of this methodology, we have the basic tools, which are the regional innovation facility points, the regional alliances for innovation transfer that will monitor and supervise this concept and methodology in each region, and of course the online platform of the e-Bazaar of innovation. Now, the results that we would like to bring at the end of the project, we expect 48 entrepreneurs or researchers to have competences in the field of business planning and commercialization of research results. 12 of them will be in Greece, 12 in Spain, 12 in Tunisia and in Egypt. These 48 entrepreneurs, they are going to follow the mentorship program. They will be selected through this call for innovative ideas, and they will follow the mentorship program. In the second step, some of the business plans prepared by these 48 entrepreneurs will be selected for the sub-grants. So at the end, some of these sub-grants will lead to the development of new spin-off enterprises. We envisage at least 4 new spin-offs that will be launched by the project INTECMED, and we believe that we are going to support the creation of at least 12 new jobs. The change that we wish to bring in the Mediterranean is to support the development of regional innovation strategies at regional level that will facilitate the coordination of all the actions related to innovation sector. We believe that we are going to support the creation of stable ecosystems in each region that will support innovative ideas and will facilitate the business conversion of these innovative ideas. We are going to deliver in each region a sustainable mentorship program that will improve the competences, especially in the field of business planning and commercialization of research results. In this pilot phase, we will deliver 48 entrepreneurs with enhanced capacities, and of course, to increase at the end of the project as an expected change to bring an increase in the innovation capacity of the involved regions, which is a very important, let's say, outcome of our project. So more or less, this is what is the INTECMED project about. I don't want to say general things too much. I think that it is really important to give the floor and present also the following activities that will be really useful for all of you. So thank you very much for your attention. And of course, I'm at your disposal for any questions at a later stage. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Kostas. A lot of information in such a short period of time. Thank you very much. As you were mentioning, it is important to know about how is the general pictures of these innovation ecosystems in the areas that we are working, which are in Spain, Andalusia, Alexandria in Egypt, Cap Bon in Tunisia, and Western Greece in Greece. So now I would like to invite my colleague Anne Forfy to explain a little bit more about how is the ecosystem right now in Andalusia and what is gonna change with the INTECMED project. Anne, the floor is yours. She's an international expert and consultant for specialized in innovation, entrepreneurship, digitalization, and helping companies, small and medium enterprises to go abroad. Thank you, Anne. It's a pleasure to have you here with us today.
Thank you, Liana. So the floor is mine, yes?
Yes.
Thank you very much, Askami, for the invitation, and Kostas for the brilliant introduction. With introducing us with the tools and the background of the methodology we are working with in INTECMED. I work for the Chamber of Commerce of Seville, as Diana was saying, in the international department, and I now coordinate, among other tasks, the INTECMED project for the Chamber. Together with Askame, helping us in all the dissemination and communication strategy of the project in Andalusia and in Spain. We work on a bilateral partnership with CTA, as Costa was saying, the Technological Corporation of Andalusia, which is an organization that is helping us with the full development of the project. So Silvia is going to intervene afterwards. So I would like to present shortly the innovation ecosystem and the situation where we come from in Andalusia, and how the Regional Alliance for Innovation Transfer that we are building in Andalusia will feed this innovation ecosystem with the INTECMED methodology and how we can integrate this innovative project into the innovation ecosystem in Andalusia. I would like to say to you shortly, to remind you, if you don't know it, that Andalusia is a very big region. In Spain, it has the largest population among the Spanish region, around 8 million inhabitants. To give you an idea, more or less, it's twice the population of Croatia, for example. I don't know if we have Croatian partners here, but it's a very big region in Spain. So we will see afterwards how we have a very big innovation ecosystem supporting the innovation development and the competitiveness of the region in Andalusia, inside the 8 provinces. So right now in the regional innovation strategy of Andalusia, the smart specialization strategies, we have 8 main priorities that have been defined and that the region is focusing on. Among them, mobility and logistics, the use of the sustainable use of territorial and resources, renewable energy, of course, agro-industry and healthy food, health and social welfare. Another priority is to promote Andalusia as a tourist destination for leisure and culture. Digital and ICT economy is also getting very important and attracting a lot of companies, and also the regional innovation strategy works towards the advanced industries linked to transport, which is aligned with the first priority I was mentioning before on mobility and logistics. So how this regional innovation strategy is supported by the innovation ecosystem in our region? Well, we count on 10 public universities. All these public universities, many of them count on entrepreneurship programs or support services for entrepreneurship for the students, research groups, and so on. And we will see that these universities are helping us in integrating the INTECMED methodology inside the innovation ecosystem of the region. Well, also more figures, we have about 30,000 researchers and more than 2,000 research groups currently. 11 technology parks with more than 1,300 companies settled in the technology parks. There are also 18 technology centers in the region, and well, there is a quite interesting representative mentorship and acceleration programs in the region. So you see that that there is a quite huge system supporting innovation in the region, and for this reason, when we started to build an alliance in Andalusia for the INTECMED objectives, we set 4 main objectives for this alliance, among them supporting, of course, the INTECMED process, the dissemination of our activities, and also link us towards this innovation discovery process that Costas was mentioning, and also establish synergies through collaborative models. Because what we wanted to avoid is that was to put on the scene a new alliance, not avoiding overlapping activities. So we had to take into account what is existing in our ecosystem and build synergy upon that system and integrate and avoid overlapping. Okay. And well, who are the members of the INTECMED Alliance in Andalusia? Well, you can see that we have almost all the regional innovation ecosystem represented in our alliance that's been running for almost 1 year now. So we count on the regional government, which is also supporting R&D projects, financing R&D projects in the region, with the Andalusia Knowledge Agency, the Innovation and Development Agency of Andalusia. All universities are also have joined our group towards the objectives of INTECMED. And we also count on the business support organization that also from time to time collaborate with us, giving us support and some advisory on the process that we have started running. Shortly, I would like to say that we have had 3 meetings with different points of discussion during in the last 6 months. So, of course, we had this kickoff meeting presenting and introducing the alliance, and then we also wanted to meet the universities specifically to assess what were the main difficulties of the universities regarding entrepreneurship, despite the fact that they have on board of their management system services for entrepreneurship. Well, they may lack of resources, of initiatives, of investment. So we have discussed with them about what could INTECMED bring to them, what could be of their interest, and for the rest of the ecosystem also. So, what arose from this meeting and from the exchanges that we are having with the ecosystem, that we still need more collaboration, we still need more participation of existing companies with linking with research groups and research systems, and also more exchanges between incubators, Andalusian incubators, and incubators from abroad. So all these conclusions that have arisen from our exchanges are really linked to what we are going to do in INTECMED, matching possible investment, possible support for acceleration of startups and spin-offs, also giving the possibility to make visits to other incubators, know more about the incubators from other countries, and in definitive, INTECMED will give support to the ecosystem, and we have found these synergies with our group. Lately, what we are going to do with the alliance is, of course, to collaborate and find dissemination collaboration schemes in order to disseminate the call for innovative ideas in the next weeks. So we have already also presented the call for innovative ideas to the group, and formally, of course, because it's not officially published, but we will get the support of the alliance and the group, also for the evaluation of the innovative ideas, for the dissemination. So we really think that the INTECMED innovation discovery system is going to be well integrated in the innovation ecosystem. Let's see this for the next weeks and months. Thank you. I think this is all for me. And these are some persons who take part of the regional alliance in INTECMED. Thank you.
Thank you, Anne. It is always a pleasure to learn from you and how is the innovation ecosystem in Andalusia, which, as you said, it is shocking that such a big region, it's not like, it's still work to be done. and this is what we're doing at INTECMED. Similar situation happens in Alexandria, which is also on the sea. It's a big region, vibrant culture, and we would like to hear more from Margaret. Magdi, my colleague, she's an active member of the entrepreneurial ecosystem in Egypt and in the MENA region, and she works with projects and other initiatives to implement innovation and spin-offs on this regard. So the floor is yours, Margaret. I will ask all of the speakers that we have until following to stick to the time, so we'll have enough time to cover all the topics foreseen for today. Thank you. The floor is yours, Margaret.
Thank you, Diana. Thank you, Anne and Kostas, for your introductions, and thank you for having me. I'll share my screen so I can share with you some insights about Alexandria. So, as Diana already introduced me, I'm the project manager of some sponsored projects at INTECMED Development Foundation, one of the implementing partners here in Egypt for INTECMED. So just briefly to explain to you some characteristics about the Egyptian ecosystem in general, it's a very flourishing and actually very privileged ecosystem. So we have multiple institutions and investment opportunities happening in Egypt. And it's an ecosystem that has actually started long time ago, before entrepreneurship was that trending and was that advancing. We have a very big population, actually more than even what's written here as the 20 million tech-savvy consumers. I believe they are even more than that, having an entire population of more than 100 million individuals. And we have a capacity of more than 170 universities with more than 500,000 yearly graduates, university graduates. So that makes it for a very, very rich environment for entrepreneurship to actually flourish. And having Egypt as a developing country has more opportunities for actually for startups and for new ideas and innovation to take place. Coming to Alexandria, Alexandria is the second biggest governorate in Egypt, and it's the second most mature startup ecosystem in Egypt. The SFI score, which is the startup friendliness indicator, says that Alexandria is scores around 32.8 and ranks 25th globally, which is a very, very big achievement, actually, within 7th in the MENA region in terms of the startup friendliness indicator. We have a very rich infrastructure here in Egypt and in Alexandria, being the second largest governorate, having a very stable human capital and a general startup scene. The ease of mobility within the city also contributes highly to the development and the richness of the ecosystem in Alexandria. It's a very competitive, not very competitive, sorry, there's a very high potential of competitiveness within Alexandria and Cairo, with a large population in those two governorates, and with government officials and ministries and everything being present in these two governorates actually makes it even a much more suitable environment for innovation and entrepreneurship. There are a bunch of accelerators and incubators in Alexandria, but they are just not really satisfying that large population of the city. So this is where INTECMED can actually really contribute and support the ecosystem in Alexandria. With support with the, as Kostas have already said, with the sub-granting and with the mentorship, and with all of that, we can definitely create a much more enriched ecosystem and support the innovation within in Alexandria. This is a very small figure that I can share with you later, so you can understand more about the exact numbers of the distribution between human capital and the resources in Alexandria. how INTECMED is going to help in Alexandria in specific, which is in all countries actually, but for Egypt and for Alexandria, having something like the Regional Alliance for Innovation Transfer, or the RAIT, which encompasses a group of individuals from the 4 Helix actors, which are scientific, entrepreneurial, policymakers, and citizens. Having all of these representations and all of these helixes and actors within one alliance, actually supporting each other with their organizations or in individual capacity to support our efforts and join together their resources and knowledge and expertise to again support the implementation of the project and to support the startups and the innovators and the researchers in Egypt and in the region. We also have something that is very highly needed, as I mentioned earlier. There are a bunch of accelerators and incubators in Alexandria that exist, but they are not satisfying, they're not well satisfying the large population and the need for a much more integrated ecosystem in Egypt. So the Regional Innovation Facility Point, which SECAM will be managing and operating in Alexandria very, very soon, will host the call for ideas for INTECMED. We'll have Living Labs, will have the mentorship program over there and much more activities to come. So this will be a representation and a live hub for innovation and entrepreneurship in Egypt. And hopefully it will continue being a source of support even after the completion and conclusion of the project. Thank you so much for listening to me, and I hope I gave you an insight about Alexandria. And these are my contacts and emails if you wish to contact me at any time and learn more about what INTECMED is doing and about Alexandria and Egypt in the innovation ecosystem. Thank you.
Thank you, Magdi. It's yes, really well explained. A screenshot about the innovation ecosystem in Alexandria. Thank you very much. Now let's learn more about Tunisia, which is also, we believe that we are going to make a big change, especially in the region of Cap Bon and Naboul. So let's hear about the hand from Chedli or Moes. I think Chedli, you wanted to go first.
Okay.
Yes, Chedli is the General Director of the National Agency for Advanced and Scientific Research, which is a prominent institution in Tunisia, and he is he's a doctor in natural science and has contributed a lot on the ecologist side, and he's an eminent brain on this regard. So we are really happy, Chedli, to have you in this team and have you implementing INTECMED together with the Chamber of Commerce of Cap Bon. The floor is yours.
Thank you very much. I will share my presentation.
Sure.
It is okay?
Yes, it's okay. Wait,
it is okay?
Now, yes, now it's okay.
It's okay. I will present some aspect of the national system of research and innovation in Tunisia, but excuse me, I will speak in French.
Okay.
So, l'acteur principal de la recherche et de l'innovation en Tunisie est le ministère de l'enseignement supérieur et de la recherche scientifique. Et dans ce ministère, il y a 4 directions générales qui sont en charge de la recherche scientifique et de l'innovation. Nous avons la direction générale de la recherche scientifique, la direction générale de la valorisation des résultats de la recherche, l'unité de gestion des programmes européens et notre agence, l'Agence nationale de la promotion de la recherche scientifique, qui a une autonomie administrative et financière. Donc, vous voyez un peu, nous avons pratiquement 40 centres de recherche, 13 universités et pratiquement 37 écoles doctorales. En Tunisie, nous avons 484 laboratoires de recherche et 96 unités de recherche. Nous sommes 23 000 enseignants-chercheurs et à près de 140 000 étudiants. À côté de ces 4 structures, à côté de ces 4 directions générales de la recherche, nous avons des structures de soutien. Nous avons le CLEAR, c'est un organisme qui assure l'évaluation des activités de recherche. Nous avons aussi l'Observatoire, mais nous avons aussi le CNUT, c'est un centre national de documentation qui assure aussi un soutien à cette activité de recherche. Donc, à côté du ministère de l'Enseignement supérieur et de la Recherche scientifique, nous avons d'autres ministères qui sont impliqués dans la recherche. Par exemple, le ministère de la Santé, le ministère des Technologies de la Communication, le ministère de l'Agriculture, le ministère de l'Industrie et des Petites et Moyennes Entreprises, le ministère de l'Environnement. Dans cet écosystème également, il y a beaucoup de clusters, mais il y a d'autres organisations en rapport avec l'activité industrielle et agricole. Toujours dans cet écosystème et l'écosystème entrepreneurial, donc il y a les fonds d'investissement, donc il y a plusieurs opportunités, mais surtout aussi il y a les incubateurs, les accélérateurs et d'autres structures de support pour les startups. Et de manière régulière en Tunisie, on organise pas mal d'événements pour la visibilité des projets innovants, des startups et également pour le networking. Actuellement, si on fait l'évaluation de notre système de recherche et d'innovation, nous voyons que la Tunisie, donc, elle est bien classée en termes, si vous voulez, de production scientifique et technique. Donc, elle occupe une place entre le 13 et 18e. Donc, si on regarde un peu la collaboration dans le domaine de la recherche entre les universités et les entreprises, nous sommes pas bien classés. Et encore, donc, en ce qui concerne l'absorption du savoir, nous sommes classés 113e sur 131 pays. Donc, vous voyez qu'il y a un écart important. On produit une bonne science, une bonne recherche, une recherche d'excellence, mais cette recherche a un impact très limité sur le monde socio-économique. Et le problème encore, c'est que nos entreprises sont incapables jusqu'à maintenant d'absorber les innovations et les résultats valorisables. Donc, si on regarde un peu cette analyse SWOT, on remarque que donc il y a les acteurs sont disponibles, il y a des ressources humaines qui sont compétentes et qualifiées. Le financement de la recherche, il se fait sur la base de la performance en Tunisie. Il y a une excellente production scientifique et donc est abondante. Il y a une disponibilité de certaines compagnies innovatives. Il y a aussi une grande disponibilité de certaines structures et certains centres d'excellence qui sont reconnus à l'échelle internationale. Cependant, si on regarde un peu les points faibles de notre système, on voit surtout donc une faible implication du secteur, si vous voulez, privé dans le financement de la recherche et de l'innovation, et surtout une faible interaction, une interaction très modeste entre les structures de recherche et le milieu socio-économique. Et surtout, nous avons vu que les entreprises ont un faible pouvoir d'absorber les résultats de la recherche. C'est pour cela que nous pensons que la création de nouvelles activités, que la création de nouvelles startups, c'est un moyen pour créer de la valeur ajoutée et créer de l'emploi en Tunisie. Donc, c'est pour cela que notre ministère il a mis en place une stratégie qui comporte principalement 4 composantes. C'est d'abord orienter la recherche vers les priorités du pays, et on a identifié 6 priorités. Aussi, de rapprocher en quelque sorte la recherche du milieu socio-économique, et on a développé pas mal de mécanismes dans ce cadre. De financer une recherche collaborative entre les structures de recherche et le milieu socio-économique, et aussi de mettre en place des structures d'interfaçage comme la Direction générale de la valorisation de la recherche, comme l'Agence nationale de la promotion de la recherche, les technopoles et les BUT ou bien les TTO, les transferts technology offices. Donc ici, nous avons pratiquement les 6 priorités en termes de recherche, donc qui sont déjà, si vous voulez, établies, et tout projet de recherche ne peut être financé que s'il est bien inscrit dans le cadre de ces 6 priorités. En ce qui concerne le rapprochement de la recherche du milieu socio-économique, il y a pas mal de mécanismes, mais je vais parler juste d'un seul mécanisme. C'est ce qu'on a donc qui est développé au niveau de notre agence, c'est le MobiDoc. Le MobiDoc, c'est une mobilité des docteurs ou des doctorants vers le milieu socio-économique pour y conduire une recherche appliquée qui répond parfaitement aux besoins du milieu socio-économique. C'est très important et ce dispositif, il a pour objectif surtout d'améliorer l'employabilité des jeunes chercheurs et leur intégration dans le milieu professionnel. Et nous avons bénéficié de financement de l'Union européenne, mais aussi du ministère, de notre ministère, pour soutenir jusqu'à maintenant 700 projets. C'est donc le MobiDoc. Et si on regarde un peu les outputs du MobiDoc, donc il y a pas mal de brevets qui ont été soumis. C'est aussi une recherche appliquée, mais une recherche d'excellence parce qu'elle a permis pas mal de publications. Mais aussi les projets MobiDoc, ça pourrait ouvrir d'autres voies de financement dans le cadre de projets nationaux ou internationaux. Donc il y a des startups qui ont été créées à la suite de ces projets MobiDoc. Et il y a aussi de l'employabilité. Certains jeunes chercheurs ont été recrutés par les entreprises. Et ce dispositif, il a eu beaucoup de prix nationaux et internationaux. Donc, comme troisième composante de cette stratégie, c'est financer une recherche collaborative entre les structures de recherche et le milieu socio-économique. Vous voyez qu'on finance pratiquement des projets de recherche tout au long de si vous voulez, de cette échelle de maturité technologie, mais il y a un intérêt, il y a une priorité qui est accordée, si vous voulez, à ce niveau de maturité et l'objectif, c'est d'améliorer la maturité technologique des projets, c'est progresser vers, si vous voulez, l'impact sur la société ou bien la commercialisation des résultats de la recherche. Un autre outil que nous avons mis en place, c'est la création des bureaux de transfert de technologie. Et ces bureaux sont supervisés par notre agence. Et nous avons mis en place 25 bureaux de transfert de technologie dans les universités, dans les centres, si vous voulez, de recherche, dans les technopoles et dans les centres techniques. Et ces bureaux de transfert de technologie jouent un rôle important pour améliorer la visibilité des chercheurs et aussi des structures de recherche. C'est aussi pour renforcer les interactions entre les structures de recherche et le milieu socio-économique et promouvoir et asseoir si vous voulez, une veille technologique et une communication et une vulgarisation des résultats de la recherche. C'est aussi pour assurer une formation très importante pour les chercheurs, mais aussi pour les référents, donc nos représentants des bureaux de transfert de technologie. Donc ces bureaux de transfert de technologie offrent aussi un support pour la valorisation et le transfert de technologie. Donc, dernièrement, nous avons mis en place une plateforme pour nos 25 bureaux de transfert de technologie. C'est dans l'objectif d'optimiser et de partager les activités et le savoir-faire entre les différents bureaux de transfert de technologie, mais c'est aussi pour fournir aux acteurs, les chercheurs et les partenaires socio-économiques les documents et les outils nécessaires pour déclarer donc, des technologies et, ou bien déclarer des besoins. En quelque sorte, donc, il y a par exemple les fiches de déclaration d'invention, des fiches d'experts pour les chercheurs ayant des projets innovants, des fiches d'identification des besoins pour les entreprises et des offres technologiques pour les laboratoires souhaitant promouvoir leur expertise. Donc, c'est un matching entre, ou bien un marché entre si vous voulez, les offres technologiques disponibles dans les universités, dans les centres de recherche et les besoins technologiques de la région. Nous avons mis aussi en place en Tunisie les technopoles. Et les technopoles en Tunisie, ça sont des écosystèmes pour favoriser l'innovation et la compétitivité. Donc, essentiellement, développer une offre technologique adaptée aux besoins des entreprises, surtout dans les régions, attirer les activités industrielles de recherche et de services, héberger et accompagner les startups et animer des réseaux de partenaires et implémenter des initiatives de collaboration, recherche et innovation. Rapidement, donc juste une minute, donc nous avons pratiquement 10 technopoles en Tunisie et donc sont répartis selon leurs spécificités surtout selon les besoins de la région. Donc dernièrement, nous avons affecté dans ces technopoles des docteurs qui ont été formés au nouveau métier d'appui à la recherche et transfert de technologie pour renforcer leur expertise. Et par exemple, ici, comme résultat de ce technopole, vous voyez 286 startups accompagnées, 57 projets collaboratifs, 37 partenariats internationaux, 8 réseaux de partenaires, etc. Merci. Merci.
Thank you, Chedley. Thank you very much. Sorry for cutting. The time is very limited.
Okay.
And
thank you.
But thank you very much. Thank you. Now I will give the floor to Moes. I will just ask you to be brief because afterwards we have Sylvia and Dimitra to talk about the mentorship program and the innovation for the IVASAR of innovation. So please, I will ask you to be brief as possible. Moes, and also to Costas, which is going afterwards. Moes is the General Director of the Chamber of Commerce of Gabon, also a member of FASCAME, and he's been working closely to attract investment to the region, to prospects, new markets, and create business opportunities for the region. Thank you, Moes. Can you hear? Yes? The floor is yours. Welcome.
Yes, thank you so much. I'm the same as Mr. Shadi, to be brief, and I'm going to speak in French. So, en tant que membre de l'ASCAMI, la Chambre de commerce, et en tant que directeur général de la Chambre de commerce du Gabon, nous participons chaque année à MEDA Week, puisque l'ASCAMI qui organise cet important événement, et ça ne nous a pas permis de participer cette année, l'année passée. Notre approche, bien évidemment, c'est de créer un réseau méditerranéen à travers l'ASCAMI, parce que c'est un point très important là où on est en train de mettre en valeur notre projet INTECMED. Donc, sur la CICI Gabon, comme aujourd'hui, fera à promouvoir INTECMED lors de cette 13e forum, dont Madame Najwa Atia, notre présidente de la Chambre de commerce, et la présidente de la commission femmes entrepreneurs de l'ASCAME. C'est important à cette occasion pour présenter l'écosystème, et donc je trouve que c'est un deuxième interplay to develop and to mention about our project. La présentation nous donnera une idée sur l'écosystème de l'innovation au niveau régional et national. C'est-à-dire le projet INTECMED, dans le projet de l'écosystème, nous allons, disons, faire de l'innovation un processus qui est nécessaire pour la réalisation des activités et mettre des moyens adaptés et favorables à l'émergence des résultats efficaces. Ainsi, transformer les données d'entrée en données de, comme vous le voyez, OK? Donc, pour atteindre cet objectif, de nombreux moyens sont indispensables pour favoriser l'émergence de projets d'innovation, et c'est avéré important de créer un environnement catalyseur d'innovation réunissant les acteurs et les outils nécessaires à cette démarche dans un écosystème d'innovation locale intégré, objectif de ce projet. En Tunisie, en effet, je ne sais pas si vous êtes en train de...
Tu n'es pas en train de passer les diapositives, Simaz.
Justement, ça ne marche pas vraiment. Alors, C'est bon? Voilà. En effet, la Tunisie est l'un des leaders typiques de l'innovation en Afrique, disposant d'une panoplie de structures qui forment ensemble un écosystème d'innovation alliant organismes, institutions de services, d'appui et d'accompagnement, de support financier, de recherche technologique et d'enseignement. Comme vous voyez sur l'écran, de point de vue institution, l'écosystème d'innovation en Tunisie compte 72 structures d'appui, 21 incubateurs, 68 laboratoires, 19 cyberparcs, 66 services publics, 199 mécanismes financiers, 120 investisseurs, 14 universités, environ 600 laboratoires et unités et 40 centres de recherche. L'écosystème est caractérisé par des dépenses, l'importance ici en Tunisie, en éducation, en recherche et développement, des indicateurs évolutifs des marchés financiers tels que les transactions de capital risque, une ouverture à l'adoption de la technologie et au flux de connaissances entrants, et une base de recherche qui s'améliore de plus en plus avec une utilisation active de technologies, de l'information et de communication. Cet environnement est forcément plus favorable lorsqu'il est regroupé autour d'un même thème sectoriel. C'est pour ça qu'on a choisi 2 secteurs d'activité avec un commun accord avec notre ami chez l'ANPR pour se situer sur 2 secteurs phares de la région tels que l'agroalimentaire et l'artisanat. Dans cette optique, il est nécessaire de trouver des applications concrètes, promouvoir les technologies, stimuler l'activité économique et la compétitivité industrielle. Donc, notre région est connue en Tunisie et à l'étranger par ses richesses agricoles et ses potentialités touristiques surtout et son artisanat. Certes, cette région est un pôle économique et un pôle d'excellence en recherche où nous avons une position importante au niveau national pour les secteurs de l'agro et l'artisanat, tissu économique varié, une industrie évolutive, une infrastructure de base de plus en plus développée. Donc, le Gabon est connu en Tunisie par l'artisanat qui est presque, c'est un truc qui est, c'est un secteur qui est connu même en Afrique, en position parmi les meilleurs produits de l'artisanat. À côté de ce secteur, une vocation touristique qui a permis la prospérité de l'activité artisanale de la région. Que vous avez des statistiques sur l'importance de ce secteur d'activité. Donc, avant de le terminer, nous avons un secteur agroalimentaire de la région qui, malgré sa surface agricole utile limitée de 4% par rapport à national, donc c'est une région qui contribue à 15% de la production nationale. C'est un point très important où on va axer à travers notre projet INTECMED pour travailler, pour ramener encore plus des startups et des nouveaux projets innovants. Donc, la région représente 85% de la production nationale d'agrumes, 63% des tomates et d'autres produits. Donc, aujourd'hui, vous avez le schéma de la production nationale, plutôt régionale dans la contribution nationale. Aujourd'hui, pour terminer, le projet INTECMED, nous aurons l'opportunité de coordonner nombreuses activités de transfert technologique avec d'autres structures et ministères au niveau régional pour favoriser la valorisation des résultats de la recherche à travers des incubateurs innovants via cet écosystème local intégré et l'alliance entre les 2 secteurs publics-privés. Et je vous remercie.
Merci. Merci, Moïse. Thank you very much. Thank you. Now we are going to travel to Western Greece.
Okay, thank you, Diana. I
you,
will try to
Kostas.
be very brief because I know time is running. So I will say very few things about the Mediterranean innovation ecosystem, and especially the Greek case. What is going on in Greece, because we have similar characteristics, Western Greece and of course the entire Greece. One important statement is that the innovation ecosystem started to organize, especially the last 10 years, in conditions of national and global economic recession. So also we have noticed an increase in the mobility and orientation of researchers on how to utilize into real business their scientific results. And we have noticed also that there is a continuous pursuit of, on behalf of the researchers, to contact with market tools. Also, the last 10 years, there has been developed a critical mass of startups with international success, some good stories that we can share. And also the last years in Greece, now we need 4 days to start our business based on the World Bank indicators. So within 4 days, a researcher can establish his own enterprise. And this is something good. Also some good things, some opportunities that are available in the entire area. Significant funds from various sources. The government supports and strengthens structures of innovation, which is rather good for innovation transfer. Right now, the entire startup market capitalization is up to 4 billion euros, and approximately 5,000 people are working on startups. And it seems that human capital is the real strong point in Greece and in Western Greece. And that is the reason for the reversal of the painful brain drain the last years. And one important aspect, which is the same for all countries in the Mediterranean, we are a link between 3 continents, Europe, Africa, and Asia. So this means that we can become an anchor for innovation as the right investments will come. And this was said by Merin Rajadurai, advisor of the US State Department Office of Science and Technology. So this means that we have a lot of things to do. So we have some challenges. One of the challenges is the market complexity. Another challenge that we have to face is how we are going to facilitate the production of research and to find its way to the market. We have a low performance in the business utilization of research. So this is another challenge that we need to confront. And also we need to enhance the research and development cooperation between universities and industry. These are the areas that INTECMED is working on. Now, the Greek innovation ecosystem constitutes from organizations, from the public sector, from the private sector, and there are initiatives at national and regional level. More or less, the organizations are innovation clusters, science parks, technology transfer, venture capitals, incubators, and other organizations that support the innovation ecosystem. What we bring into this innovation ecosystem is the Regional Alliance for Innovation Transfer. The priorities in Western Greece are agri-food, tourism, culture, microelectronic, ICT, and energy applications. But of course, we are open to other priorities also. In Western Greece, the entire innovation ecosystem has been organized the last years with the Patras Innovation Quest, which is a research know-how transfer event organized annually in Patras in Western Greece. And Patras IQ is the background for the INTECMED project. It was established in 2012, and it aims to strengthen the cooperation between the research community and the productive sector. INTECMED valorized the existence of Patras IQ, and that is why in Western Greece, the Regional Alliance for Innovation Transfer is the organizing committee of the Patras IQ, and it constitutes by policymakers, by research and education with 2 universities, University of Patras and Hellenic Open University, and the Chamber of Achaia. The policymakers are the region of Western Greece and 2 ministries, the Ministry of Development and the Ministry of Education. So this organizing committee of Patras IQ and the Regional Alliance for Innovation Transfer within INTECMED are trying to formulate and support the innovation ecosystem in our region. But of course, the innovation ecosystem is being supported by other regional initiatives, also private initiatives like Post of Work, which is a point of synergy between entrepreneurship and innovation. It is a hub. Another organization entitled Orange Grove Patras, which is a space that houses startups and organizes training activities. And of course, a science park, the Patras Science Park, that support the entire innovation ecosystem. So I think that I was really brief. Thank you very much. Diana, I tried to minimize as much as I could.
Thank you very much, Kostas. Indeed, you summarize the innovation ecosystem in Greece. As we've been seeing with all these presentations, is that we have many commonalities, and that INTECMED, because of also the big budget that we have and all this big structure, we can actually make a change. I wouldn't like to take more time from Silvia, because one of the main deliverables, one of the main things we are going to do in INTECMED is to launch this mentorship program with these free equity grants. And we are going to actually launch the calls very soon, in the next, this week and next week. So I would like to give the floor to Silvia, which is an expert on research and development from the CTA, the Technological Corporation of Andalusia, and she's been actively working with researchers, with entrepreneurs, and so on. So I really would like to give the floor to Silvia Blasco, so she can explain us better a little bit what is going to be this mentorship program at INTECMED and how can people can apply. So please, Silvia, the floor is yours. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Diana, for the introduction. And let's go straight to the point. Let me share my screen. Okay. And well, as we already had a great introduction from Kostas about the main objectives of the project, I think that we can go directly to the mentorship program and how it's going to be developed. As Diana said, the mentorship program is one of the core activities that we will provide in INTECMED in order to support and to give the entrepreneurs tools to increase the rate of success of these kind of initiatives in their first steps, and try to launch them to the market with the best options and the most of the help we can provide them. We have designed a mentorship program based in 4 main pillars, which you can see in the screen. They are business and finance, product development, sales, and legal support, as we consider that these are fields that any new young company needs to work on in order to really focus on the market and to increase their opportunities of success. Our mentorship program is really an ambitious and complete process. We have tried to cover a quite wide spectrum of activities and services, and also even it's complicated, we have tried to make custom-made services that can really suit the needs of the different entrepreneurs we are going to work with. So in the following slides, we're going to go in depth with each one of these services, so I don't spend much more time here. Well, going from the most general services to the more personalized ones, we will start with a training itinerary we are going to offer in our mentorship program. Again, it is based on the 4 pillars we have mentioned before. And it will be structured in group sessions that will cover these main fields of knowledge we consider fundamental for the success of the new companies. These sessions and the content you can see in the screen will be fine-tuned by every one of the regions and the facility points in each country. But here we can see some examples of important content that we think that the entrepreneurs should receive in order to have the tools to make a good reflection on the business they are starting. This will be a 30-hour training program, so as you can see, it's quite intense. Another key piece in the program will be the tutor. We consider that it's important that all the projects and all the participants have a person of reference that will accompany them and support them throughout the whole process of the mentorship program. This person will be responsible for an initial assessment of every single participant in order to identify their needs, their weaknesses, and those fields of expertise in which they need more support. That's why we say that we try to make a custom-made service to the participants, even though we are attending 12 projects in different stages of maturity and in different sectors. Also, the tutor will be responsible for the supervision of the deliverables that we consider fundamental for the good approach of the program. So from the first steps, the tutor will guide the participants in this process of definition of their business, trying to focus on practical objectives such as sales, how to reach the users, how to reach agreements with partners, etc. Here you can see a preliminary schedule for the meetings that the tutor and all the participants will have to go through, trying to advance in the development of the deliverables you can also see on the screen, from the definition of the business model to a complete business plan that is the main deliverable that we expect to obtain by the end of the whole program. And just to highlight again that we consider very important that all the projects set very individual and personalized objectives that they will commit to achieve by the end of the program. This is one of the KPIs that we consider of great importance in order to be able to assess how useful INTECMED support is being for the participants and how they really advance towards an effective launch of their ideas to the market, becoming profitable and feasible businesses that started with just an innovative idea. Advancing in our process, the most personalized service we will be able to offer is the mentoring support. We will offer all the projects a bundle of 20 hours of mentoring in those fields that they really need to go in depth in. In collaboration with the tutor, every project will identify those fields in which they need specific support, individual support, really adapted to the situation and the stage in which they are. Of course, we will offer this support in the 4 pillars we mentioned before, but also in other specific areas such as investment, internationalization, or even some issues regarding a specific field, a specific sector, I mean. So that will really fulfill with the requirements of the projects. They will have these 20 hours they can use on demand along the whole process, and they will be able to choose the experts they want to access to from a pool of experts we will build in every region. Of course, along the whole project, we will offer all the participants networking opportunities. We want to increase their visibility, also to foster collaboration and cooperation between the projects being supported not only in every region, but also between the 4 regions involved in INTECMED. And of course, we will make our best to give them visibility at an international level with the events, exhibitions, and different activities we are planning in the framework of INTECMED. Another important benefit that we will be offering is the financial support for those projects taking part in our mentorship program. The final deliverable will be this business plan we were talking about, and by the end of the program, all of them will be evaluated in order to identify the best 3 business plans. These business plans will receive financial support with 30, 20, and 10,000 euros respectively. This support will be in form of pre-financing. They will be able to ask for, and also the rest of the money will be in a form of reimbursement of the expenses they make, that have to be clearly focused on the implementation of the business plan they have developed during the mentorship program. And how can you apply for all this process, all this mentorship program we have presented? Well, we are really looking forward to launching very soon the open calls for innovative ideas. And there will be an open call in each one of the regions that participate in this project. And we really are expecting to be able to launch these calls very soon. Here you can see some of the most remarkable eligibility criteria. We are looking for businesses resulting from R&D activity or that involve innovative business models. Our call will be open also for not only for legal entities, for young companies, but also for natural persons that want to participate and have this objective of creating a new company. And we also encourage you to check the call for ideas in each one of the regions, as there can be specific eligibility criteria that you must fulfill. For example, in the case of Tunisia, you have some sectors that are in the focus of the call, or in Spain, for example, it's necessary to have some kind of bond with the research community in order to participate. About the application procedure, it has been defined to be quite straightforward, quite simple. The application will be available online in all the regions, although you can also use physical options in some of them. We will publish, together with the call text, an application form. It's quite a simple document, a short document, no more than 10 pages. We also encourage the participants to include a preliminary financial projection in order to support the idea they are presenting. And all the proposals we received will be evaluated by a regional committee in each one of the four countries. And the 12 best ideas will be selected and will be the chosen ones for participating in our mentorship program. Of course, in order to give the most of our transparency to the evaluation process, the criteria are clearly defined in the call text. And we would love to give the specific dates for the opening of the calls, but it's not possible yet, so please stay tuned, because we expect to have news very soon. And that's all from my side. Just thank you, Sorry, I didn't include my contact details, but you have the contact of many of the colleagues from the consortium. So feel free to ask. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Silvia. We are all looking forward to launch this call, this mentorship program. Hopefully it will be very, very soon, within the next weeks, as we were mentioning. So please, for all the audience, for all the people that will see this recording on YouTube or on the project website in the future, stay tuned, check the project website, check our social media, INTECMED CBC MED. By that time, we are pretty sure that we would be the call open, and we are looking forward to hear from your ideas and to see how can we walk you through to make them possible. Also, one of the core activities that we have developed here in INTECMED is to create, we found out, and this is something that we all agree at the beginning of the project, is that there is a lack of an online platform for such a regional scope to connect investors and entrepreneurs in kind of in a digital way. No, there are many platforms out there, but it's sometimes it's difficult to find and to connect these investors and entrepreneurs on the same space. Maybe they are neighbors, maybe they work on the same region, area. So we have created the e-Bazaar of Innovation with the University of Patras, and we have just launched this platform, and we would like to present you today here with my colleague Dimitra, just a demo day about what are the tools that, and what are the functionalities of this platform. And we encourage all of you to register on the e-Bazaar of Innovation, so we can start creating more profiles and feeding this place that we hope it will be very useful for all of us. So Dimitra is a PhD student at the University of Patras, and also she's a full stack developer. She's very involved and committed to the Patras IQ exhibition, and it's been normal most of the time connecting research and technology to the private sector. Thank you, Dimitra. The floor is yours. We are looking forward to see the e-Bazaar of Innovation to share with our audience. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Diana, and congratulations for this great event. It's an honor for all of us to be here with you today. My name is Dimitra Dragopoulou, and today I'm presenting on behalf of the University of Patras team our new platform, the e-Bazaar of Innovation. So now I will share my screen in order to take a quick look at the platform, and I will try to be as brief as possible so we gain some time. Okay, can you see now my screen?
Yes, Dimitra, yes, I confirm.
So, e-Bazaar enables Mediterranean innovators, researchers and startups to interact with investors, find talent, exchange ideas and access training and funding. This online platform offers growth to all parts, bringing the latest research findings and technologies to the market. So now we will take the quick tour. We see the homepage. The visitor, through his navigator in the main page, can easily see the most important sections of the page, which are the investors, innovators profile, collaboration requests, some helpful blogs about registration, and our latest news and useful material. The next two sections, innovators and investors, can be distinguished in further categories. So now we see the innovators page. We can see a list of the researchers in which the photo, the description, the last time the profile was updated, and the keywords are presented. On the left sidebar, we see a list of search criteria to achieve the targeting narrowing of the list of researchers. So if I choose the first options, we just see a filtered list of researchers. Investors page has the same template in order to help the visitor, but it has different filtering options. The most important page of this platform is the one with the collaboration requests. All requests are initially displayed unless the visitor chooses to filter the list, as we saw earlier, using these filtering options. We will see more about collaboration requests in a while. In blog, you can see our news and our useful material in categories needed. And in events, you can see an advanced mechanism of an advanced calendar of events, a scheduled B2B meetings feature to automate the corresponding process with appropriate steps and filters, and free and completely integrated Zoom meetings and webinars that we will launch soon. Contact has, in addition, forum and chat to help the communication between all parties. Now, we will see the most important part, which is the registration process. We will start by registering an investor profile. In order to register a profile, the investor has to give only his username, email, name, and password. Just to be more brief now, because we don't have much time, I will use credentials that I already have to log in. I had in mind to create a new account, but it's okay. Okay. So here we see the dashboard. The dashboard contains important information such as all the requests pending, published or expired, total applications, total views. This is the menu of the investor where he can edit or view his profile. To edit his profile for the first time, he clicks this button, and it's very easy to complete his profile just by filling these fields: name, email, headline, phone, website, founded date, company type, short description and long description, working preferences. Here, they are predefined to help matching, what will happen at the next stage. Location, he can add video URL, cover image, photos at his gallery, his social. So he creates a web page. We can see now a web and invest file that's ready. You can see scan profile, and it has this layout, a complete profile. Now, after creating his profile, he's ready to add his first collaboration request. So he chooses new request, and he fills in the title, description, and these here are the most important fields at the collaboration request. These fields are configured to trigger alerts to appropriate researchers and also give investors immediately filtered lists of innovators. We will see now how this happens. Okay, let's see. He can choose request category, research field, type, level, salary from 2, currency, languages. He can set the submission deadline date, email for application, and if he wishes, he can set his own apply URL. You can also add keywords for further matching, like programming, and as many keywords as he wants. Set the location and the map, and then launch the collaboration request. After launching the collaboration request, he gets immediately a filtered list of researchers. As you see here, we have already set a collaboration request for this demo purposes. So he has already filtered list and he can make the contact first if you wish, and don't wait for the researchers to contact him. Now we will log out from the we just need to show something more. This is something that's important. Here he has an overview of all his collaboration requests. See applicants. You can also see all the applications here. You can view applications, send emails using predefined templates, or just delete applications. Here he has quick access to saved resumes and quick access to his reviews. We will now log in as an innovator and see how he creates his profile and apply to a collaboration request. Okay. In order to edit his profile, he clicks this button. He fills in all these fields: name, phone, email, headline, show profile, description. He can upload his CV and set his preferences. These fields also trigger future collaboration requests, as we saw earlier. Now he can set his profile using dynamic fields to set research infrastructure, research profile. He can add more sections to his profile than one. These sections. Research activities, photo gallery, cover image, video URL, video poster, and set his location in map and social. I will not complete this profile now because we're out of time, so I will just show a profile that is already complete. Let's see Costa's profile. Let's see here. All these are keywords that match collaboration requests that happens in future. So he has also a dashboard. He can see all his applications. He can see investors he has already saved as favorite for quick access. He has saved requests to come back in the future. And he can set custom alerts. There is a form where he can set categories of collaboration alerts and get notified when a new collaboration request matches his preferences. He already gets a list of filtered collaboration requests that are for him. And also an innovators, yes? An innovator can find collaboration requests through 4 ways. We have collaboration request list, categories, suggestions, personalized suggestions, and a search map. So you are all invited to create your profile, and feel free to share with us your thoughts, suggestions, and ideas.
Thank you very much, Dimitra. It was a lot of information, and you went really fast as you were As you were mentioning, we invite everyone to register, because I've been also working with the startups in Silicon Valley and here in Spain. And I have to say that this tool kind of gathers the best of each one in one place and only focusing on a specific region, which is the Mediterranean region. So it's much more easier to find actual partners or investors or innovative ideas around us. So thank you very much. We hope that a lot of people register on this platform, because it's truly a really good platform with really good functionalities, and that can create in the long term, when INTECMED is not here anymore, meaningful connections. And as we were all mentioning today, to try to retain the talent, to stay in the region, to try to give these tools for our young people. I mean, not only young, but from all ages, but try to give them the tools so they can stay here and they can make their business ideas come true, and to make them feasible, and to try to create this a strong ecosystem through all these alliances. I didn't want to extend myself either. I would like to thank all of my colleagues here today, and Kostas, Dimitra, Silvia, Moes, Chedli, and also Margaret, which had to leave a little bit before. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Diana.
Joining us today at the MEDA Week, and we continue working.
Of course. Thank you, Diana, for the very good work. And just to say something to all the people that are watching us right now, that the power behind the tools and the process and the bazaar of innovation is the network. So exactly. We are a strong network of business support organizations, of important research organizations from the entire Mediterranean, from 4 countries. So they are not alone on this innovation quest. We are there, we are here to support them.
Exactly, Kostas. You summarize also the spirit of this event, the MEDA Week, and also the European Commission and what is funding through all these programs. Try to build cross-border networks and try to go stronger all together.
Okay.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Good evening.
Thank you for everything.
Thank
Goodbye.
you. Thank you very much.
Goodbye. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.